Welcome to Sex Nation. I'm your host, Gary Ernneus. Today I'm going to talk to you about love and hate in relationship and business. Love-hate relationship in business. Now you might ask yourself the simple question. What does love have to do with entrepreneurship? What does hate have to do with being an entrepreneur? And what does love and hate, what do they have to do with anything in your life in order for you to succeed? And you may think that they have nothing to do with your success in life. You might say to yourself right now, who cares if somebody loves me? Who cares if somebody hates me? I'm going to pursue what I want to pursue. I'm going to pursue my dream. I'm going to pursue my aspirations, regardless of what it takes. I don't care if I love people. I don't care if I hate people. That's what you might say to yourself. You might say all those things to yourself, but you have to understand success is part of love. You cannot hate. You cannot walk around with your heart filled with hate and expect to succeed. The only way for you to succeed, you have to approach things with love. You don't have to be a lovey-dovey person, mushy, or you touchy-feely. No, that doesn't mean, that's not what I mean. As an entrepreneur, you have to understand, you have to have an affinity for the things you do. You have to take care of the people around you. You have to show love for what you are doing. Because if you do not show love for it, if you do not have any love for what you are doing, the mission, the endeavors you're embarking on, you're pretty much going to display that reality into your products. You're going to display that reality to your customers based on how you are thinking. And you might say to yourself, no, that's not true. Well, let's work with me here. See, the thing about a human being is whatever you are thinking, it tends to show in your behaviors. You tend to behave the way you are thinking. You might wake up in the morning and say to yourself, man, I hate my job. Well, the moment you said you hate your job, when you get to work, you start behaving like you hate your job. You start behaving like you do not care about that job because you hate what you're doing. You might have embarked in an endeavor to start a business and you realize that, you know what? Because you do not have the proper information, you start saying to yourself, you hate that job. You hate that field. You hate that endeavor. You start using the word hate. As a result of what the words you're using, you start behaving as such. You start behaving the way you are thinking. And by behaving the way you are thinking, your customers, they start noticing that in you. They start noticing the fact that you do not care about your business. You do not care about the success of that business. It doesn't matter how much you do not like. It doesn't matter how much you do not have the proper information to succeed in that business. You must show love. People who think that they do not have to love their business, they do not have to have love for their customers, they do not show their customers respect. Entrepreneurs who embark into endeavors without the passion and the love for it, they do not show their customers respect. Then they wonder why they have a lot of turnovers. They hire this one person today. The next day they fire the person. The person that was there yesterday. People are, where is so and so? That person is gone. And as a result of you not having love for your business, your employees do not have love for your business. And once they don't have love for your business, they start treating your customers the same way. And you may say to yourself, I don't understand. How exactly am I going to do it? Why do I have to show love to the people? Well, the reason you have to show love is because with love, you pull them in. With love, you go the extra mile to make sure your customers are satisfied. With love, your customers come back to you. See, when you do not have love for what you're doing, you do not have a passion for it. You tend to not care what happened to that business. And you might go to and you might start approaching your relationship at home the same way because you do not care. You do not have love for that person. Then you start showing the same attitude. Not only that, you go around and you start behaving like this to your children sometimes because you do not have love for the things and the people around you. That attitude is a destructive attitude. Now let's take a look at the love part. See, sometimes we say to ourselves, what does love have to do with being an entrepreneur? Being a successful person, why do I have to love people? And you might say to yourself again, from what you heard that business people are shrewd, they are mean. That's what you've heard. But if you look at all the big corporations, they care about their customers. You might find a few that appear to not care about their customers' feelings. They may not care, they may not show it. But if they did not care about their customer would not go back. People don't come back to your stores because they do not have a choice. People have choices. Always remember that. Customers do not come to your stores because they do not have any choices. Customers come to your stores because they love the service you have provided to them. You have shown them love, then they will show you love as well. See, when you show your customers love, guess what they do? They will do the biggest advertising and the cheapest for you. Words of mouth. They will start telling their friends about your work. They will start telling their families, I know this great place. This is how they treat people when you go there. And then you don't have to put up a front to say, well, I'm going to show them I care, but deep inside I do not care. Well, you have to show love from the top and the bottom and the sideways of your heart. You have to show the love. You have to think it. You have to think your customers. You have to make sure you treat them with love. And you might say to yourself right now, I don't need to love anyone for me to be successful. I don't need to have love in my life in order for me to be successful. I don't need to love my customers. You might say to yourself, like, you don't have to do any of that. But you do. My answer is to you, you do have to treat your customers with love. You do have to love what you are embarking into. Whether it's a nursing profession, whether it's the legal profession, whatever profession you are embarking, whatever business you want to start, you must understand. You must have an affinity for what you are doing. You must have love for what you are embarking on. Because if you do not have love, it will reflect in your customer's attitude. It will reflect in your employees. Because when you show your employees you love them, and they will show you love back. They would reflect your attitude back at you. Your customers is a mirror of you. Your customers are a mirror of you. They show you what you show them. They will give you back what you have given them. They will teach you what you have taught them. You cannot build any foundation with the energy and the spirit of hate. If you spread the spirit of hate, it will come back to you. You might find a few customers who love you because you show them that type of attitude, but the majority of people will not support you because you show them hate. Love is the best way to bring more customers back to you. And as a result of you loving your customers, you start loving yourself. You start showing love to your customers. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to carry that attitude of love towards your family at home. You're going to carry that attitude towards your distributors, the distributors that you talk to on the phone. You would show them a love, and they would feel that love when you talk to them. Because that energy that you are putting out will come back to you. So in order for you to understand what I'm saying to you is, as an entrepreneur and as an aspiring entrepreneur, you must understand, you must show love to the people you are interacting with. You must show them love to the point where they feel like they're part of you and they feel like you are part of them as well. Because when they feel like they are part of you, they'll take care of you. They will take care of your business. They will bring their money to your business. They would join, they would form clubs on behalf of your business in order to protect that business. In order to protect you, your customers, and if you show them love, in order to protect you and your business, if you show your customers love, they will protect you. They will not let you fail if you show them love. Don't act like you do not care about them. And are you going to find some of them who with attitude that you do not like? Of course you will. Are you going to find employees with attitude you do not like? Of course you will. Are you going to have vendors, distributors where you feel like that day that person should not be working? Yes, of course you will find them. However, you must also understand, regardless of how you feel, you have to understand approaching that business, approaching that endeavor with love will bring love back to you. In the face of love, hate will not prevail. Some people say they would rather be feared than to be loved. And I'm going to tell you, you're wrong. If you approach business the same way you think, you will get the same thing back. When your customers decided to not like you anymore, you will no longer be in business. When your customers decided to show you love, they will keep you in business. You are not in business because of you. You are in business because of the demands, because your customers are willing to show you love. Therefore, you must show them love in return. So let's recap. Do you have to love as an entrepreneur? Do you have to show love in your business? My answer to you is yes. Yes, you must show love. You must love your customers. You must love what you are doing. You must not have a spirit of hate, a spirit of discontent in your life. You must love what you do. If you do not love what you're doing, it will reflect in your employees, your customers, and everything you do. But if you show love to your clients, if you show love to everyone, everyone will show love to you. And as a result, You will have a very successful business. Remember, like and subscribe. And I love all of you. Thank you for supporting me. This is Success Nation.